Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass are two powerhouse figures in soul and R&B music, each leaving an indelible mark on the industry with their distinct styles. Deciding who is the better performer often boils down to personal preference, as both artists have excelled in different aspects of their careers. Vandross was renowned for his smooth, velvety voice and romantic ballads, while Pendergrass was famous for his commanding stage presence and sensual, often electrifying performances. Stage performance is where many fans draw a line between the two. Vandross was known for his sophisticated, polished live shows, often complete with elaborate stage setups and top-notch production elements. His performances were marked by an emotional connection with the audience, as he often sang love songs that touched the soul. Vandross excelled at creating intimate atmospheres, even in large venues, drawing people in with his refined vocals and deeply emotional interpretations of his songs. On the other hand, Teddy Pendergrass brought a different energy to the stage. Known for his charismatic and dynamic presence, Pendergrass had the ability to captivate audiences with his powerful vocals and raw passion. His live shows were often described as electrifying and were marked by a palpable sense of charisma. With his deep, commanding voice, he frequently brought audiences to their feet, feeding off their energy and making his concerts not just performances, but shared experiences. In terms of song types, Luther Vandross focused predominantly on love ballads and smooth, soulful R&B. His repertoire included classics like Here and Now and Dance with My Father, which showcased his ability to tell stories of love, longing and heartache through his music. Vandross's songs were often heavily orchestrated, lush soundscapes that highlighted his vocal prowess. Teddy Pendergrass, meanwhile, was well known for his romantic songs, but also for those that exuded sensual energy. Tracks like Close the Door and Turn Off the Lights became iconic for their bold and intimate expressions of passion. Pendergrass's music often captured a gritty and raw essence of romance, resonating with listeners through both upbeat rhythms and soulful ballads. When it comes to record sales, both artists enjoyed immense commercial success. As of the latest records, Luther Vandross is credited with selling over 35 million records worldwide. His consistent chart-topping albums in the 80s and 90s brought him widespread acclaim and a dedicated fan base. His polished production quality and refined musical style catered to a broad audience, helping establish his enduring appeal. Teddy Pendergrass also achieved significant commercial success, especially during his tenure with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes before his solo career took off in the late 70s. Pendergrass sold millions of records worldwide, with landmark albums like TP and Teddy achieving platinum status. His ability to draw a large fan base to his intense performances consolidated his status as a music legend. Hit-wise, both artists boast an impressive number of chart-topping singles. Vandross scored numerous top 10 hits on the R&B charts, including enduring favorites such as Never Too Much, which remains a classic in the genre. His smooth, romantic style not only brought him a series of hits in his solo career, but also collaborations that topped charts. Pendergrass also had numerous hits, both with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and as a solo artist. Songs like Love TKO and Only You became standards of the genre, embolizing his ability to cross over funk-infused tracks with more soulful ballads. His early work with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes also produced timeless hits that remain popular. Evaluating who might be the better performer between Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass is ultimately subjective. If one prizes vocal precision, emotional delivery, and the crafting of exquisite romantic ballads, Vandross's appeals are undeniable. His distinctive voice and ability to engage audiences on a deeply emotional level make his performances stand out. Conversely, if one appreciates electrifying energy, passionate delivery and strong stage charisma, Teddy Pendergrass may edge out as the favored performer. Pendergrass's capacity to electrify an audience, transforming concerts into powerful experiences with his raw vocal style and passionate presence, is unmatched by many artists. Both artists brought different but equally significant contributions to music, and their influence on the genre cannot be overstated. Together, they highlighted the richness and diversity of soul and R&B music, showing how deeply it could resonate with listeners. This difference reflects broader stylistic choices, VANDROSS leaning more towards the classic soul balladry and Pendergrass incorporating elements of funk and rock into his repertoire. Ultimately, both VANDROSS and Pendergrass have legacies that transcend mere commercial statistics. They each found ways to narrate love and passion through their music, helping define the emotional parameters of R&B and soul for generations of listeners. Their unique attributes and musical choices illustrate the depth and range possible within the genre. In essence, deciding between VANDROSS and Pendergrass isn't so much an evaluation of superiority as it is a reflection of personal taste and what one seeks in a musical or live performance. The smooth serenades of VANDROSS bring a refined romanticism that warms the heart, while Pendergrass' vocal intensity and commanding stage presence energize and captivate every listener. While numbers and accolades offer a measurable scale of success, the real defining aspect comes down to how each artist's music makes you feel. The voice of VANDROSS, or the energy of Pendergrass, offers unique musical experiences that tether deeply to our individual senses of nostalgia, love, and emotion. Whether choosing VANDROSS's lyrical eloquence or Pendergrass's vocal power, each artist offers a distinct experience that embodies different facets of love and life. Enjoying both allows audiences to appreciate the rich tapestry of stories that soul and R&B music provides. Understanding each artist's contributions can enrich our appreciation of their work. Their influence has inspired countless musicians and provided a soundtrack to life's poignant moments, ensuring their music lives on and continues to touch the hearts of those who come across it. They each create a ripple effect, influencing a generation to express love, passion, despair, and hope through the language of music. That's the true power at the heart of both Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass's legacies, bridging human experiences with their art. The continued conversation on Luther Vandross versus Teddy Pendergrass reveals not only their individual talents, but also their wider impact on the music industry. Both artists epitomized the era that brought soul and R&B into mainstream appreciation, setting the stage for future generations. Their artistry has instilled standards for emotional expression, vocal delivery, and live performance, ensuring they remain touchstones of the genre. Luther Vandross's style is timeless, reinforcing how powerful soft ballads can be when delivered with precision. His controlled use of vibrato and the way his voice caressing each note creates an intimate atmosphere that many find comforting. His attention to detail in both live and studio settings ensured that each note served the narrative purpose of the song. Over his career, Vandross has preserved a sense of elegance and gentility, which contributed to his widespread appeal. Teddy Pendergrass, while similarly timeless, offered a more visceral presentation. His live performances were not just musical events, but personal experiences that involved the entire audience. Pendergrass's transformation IF, Rom, a smooth singer with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, to a commanding solo artist, showcased his adaptability and broadened his appeal across both soul and pop markets. His intensity and raw vocal power drew people in, capturing the essences of romance and yearning in his music. Their varying approaches to vocal delivery also demonstrate the versatility within the genre of R&B. VANDROSS's vocals were smoother, offering a velvet touch that slips into your consciousness subtly but effectively. PENDERGRASS's vocals, by contrast, were bold and deep, immediately arresting the listener's attention through his embodied dramatic power and ferocious ability to convey deep emotion. Exploring their respective influences, both musicians drew from the traditions of gospel, soul, and blues, though VANDROSS incorporated jazz and pop elements in a way that gave his music wider commercial appeal. PENDERGRASS leaned more towards integrating funk sounds, which added a vibrant dynamism to his tracks, making his upbeat songs thrill listeners with their robust energy. In their powerful expressions of love and passion, VANDROSS and PENDERGRASS encapsulated the hopes and dreams of a generation seeking connection and meaning in their own lives. Their music had an intense focus on relational themes, something that faithful listeners cherished as insightful reflections of their own experiences. Whether through the soaring emotional ballads of VANDROSS or the profound romantic declarations of PENDERGRASS, each captured something innately human and relatable. Both artists paved the way for future R&B performers by exemplifying music's capacity to articulate genuine emotions. VANDROSS through his melodious tranquility, and PENDERGRASS through his fiery vocal assertiveness, expanded possibilities for expression in popular music, modeling how songwriting and vocal delivery could be used as artful tools to convey profound complexity. In awards and recognitions, VANDROSS's later career brought attention through multiple Grammy Awards, affirming his legacy as a vocalist of remarkable resonance and sensitivity. His smoother sound attracted a broader audience, earning his acclaim across different music circles. Teddy, despite not having the same array of awards, built a solid legacy through consistent platinum album status, showcasing enduring popularity and acceptance among fans worthy of immense respect. Within discussions about the best performers, artistic legacies, or influential albums, these two artists frequently come up because of how they've shaped perceptions of what soul music means. Their individual takes on performance and sound created admiration that persisted beyond the historical period of their greatest commercial activity and continues to inspire. Ultimately, the question of who is the better performer might take a back seat to the realization that both Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass offered something immeasurable, an enduring testament to the power of R&B and its capacity to resonate across hearts and souls. Whether Vandross's gentle ballads or Pendergrass's fervent declarations of love move the listener more deeply, both remind us of the profound connection music fosters, binding artist and audience in a shared emotional journey.